Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you are doing well. I am Aditi, the DSC lead of IIT GOA, and I warmly welcome you all to this info session. The main aim of this event is to give you a glimpse of what DSC is and what it means, so that you and us together can do many more wonderful things. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the very first question is, what is DSC? So, well, we all know that it stands for Developer Student Club, but I personally like to define it this way, that DSC is a space for you to develop your skills, try out new ideas, collaborate with equally enthusiastic people, and ultimately make an impact with your work. Now, this is my version of DSC, but the amazing part is that your version can be entirely different. For example, for one person, it can be a place to enhance their technical skills, but for another person, DSC can help in developing interpersonal skills or team spirit. But the thing that binds every version together is the aim to bring an impact in either your friend's life or someone you know, or anyone, like someone around you, someone around your home, someone around your college. But the main part is bringing an impact. So if you have any of your unique version of how you see DSC, then feel free to share it in the chat section anytime. So for now, let's move on. Okay, so now it's time to say hi to the amazing people who make up our DSC IIT GOA's core team. But first of all, I would like to introduce you to our faculty advisor, Dr. Amaldev Manuel, from the School of Mathematics and Computer Science, IIT GOA. He's not only a mentor and guide, but he's also a ideal source of inspiration and knowledge for us. So, and sir has been so kind as to take time of his busy schedule and join us today for this session. So I would like to invite him to share a few words of motivation with all of us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Aditi. Can you see me? Yeah. All right. So let me say a few words about Google DSC. So when I was a BTech student, we had clubs, but we never had a club which was sponsored by an external company, yeah, which is happening these days. So one of the good, this was pre-internet era. I studied in a time when internet was just getting started out. So we didn't have much access to the world outside our four walls of the campus. And but we made what we could and moved on. But times have changed. So today, one of the advantages of having clubs like Google DSC, Developer Students Club, or Code Chefs, they have their own club and so on, is that you get a lot of outside inputs, and then you also get a lot of information from outside clubs. So in our time, we had our club, but we didn't have any access to club, what was happening in other campuses and so on. So having an umbrella body like Google Developer Student Clubs, which exist in most campuses in India, most IITs, most IITs and ITs and so on, is that information passes very fast. So one club innovates something, and then pretty much every other club gets a chance to know what is going on, and then there is a central organizer who actually disseminates this information and so on. So it's a very good idea that we have interconnected clubs like this, and also it also helps club organizers and club administrators to schedule and find new ideas and so on. So I think this is the future maybe of technical clubs, where not only that it is run by the students, it is also the outside. You get help from outside, from various organizations, for profit, non-profit, or companies and so on. So therefore, think of DSC as an integral part of your makeup and your campus life. make whatever you can out of these clubs, and be uh, make use of it, and it will benefit you in your career, in your placements, in your coding skills, and so on. You all know how much Google participates in shaping the world technology at the moment. Yeah. So all the best, and take it seriously. Thanks, Adi. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your motivational words. You really inspire us to do even better from what all resources we have, really. And thank you for joining us today for this session. And we would be really grateful if you stay till the end and hope you enjoy the event
Yeah, I
ahead.
will stay for some time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, so now here comes the exceptional eight or the core team of DSC. So there's Sneha here, Devyani, then Sanjay, Sejal, Siddharth, Ankit, and Nidish. So these are the people who work tirelessly day and night, brainstorming ideas and collecting resources and everything to bring to you all the fantastic events throughout the year. So it's I would also like to say thank you to all of them and kudos to them. Seriously. Now, this is me, your very own DSC lead for the year 2020 and 21. I'm here to bring the best of the resources available to you and bridge the gap between Google developers and the programs they bring and you all. So here's my contact info on the slide, and I'm always available, or rather, a whole team is always available for you if you have any queries or if you have any amazing ideas, or if you have that eureka moment and something you stumble upon something fantastic, you can always come and share it with us all, and we'll always be there to help you in the best way we can. So yeah, so alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. So yeah, this is what we believe. It shouldn't always be us teaching you, or just it shouldn't be a one-way relationship. What we that will be there, that we will teach you stuff, but this is more of a collaboration, you all and us. So we teach you something, you take some initiative, and together we can do so much amazing stuff. So this is what DSC believes in. Now a little about what we do. So, as a DSC, at a DSC, you can connect with other like-minded people. Many of our events are usually team-based events. So you can talk to people, interact with them, and get to know people who share the same interest as you. So you can form many long-lasting friendship as well and have a lot of fun. And you can also learn a lot of stuff. So there's no limit to what you can explore and learn as part of DSC. Now, it is true that all of us are not very good at everything. But yes, if you have the will to learn something, you can obviously approach us and we can help you in the best way we can, in some way or the other. We can either provide you resources or we can direct you to someone else who can help you. So it's a great way to, get to know each other and learn together. So grow. Here grow just doesn't mean that grow in terms of knowledge or technical skill, but it means an overall growth as a person. If not, so there are skills. It does not just the technical skills are important. There are other skills as well, like team spirit and effective communication, leadership, perseverance, and many more. So these don't develop overnight. So you have to continuously work on them. You have to participate in events. You have to take initiatives in some projects. So all these things help to grow as a person, and DSC can help you with it. Now, moving on, these are some of the domains that we cater to. So there is ML and AI, cloud computing, Android development, algorithms, DevOps, and open source, project guidance, AR/VR. So these are some of the domains, and we do focus on these domains, but we are not limited to them. And for the same reason, we would love to know your interest as well. So here is a small poll, and now I would like you all to participate and tell us like what you like. Uh, you can go to your browser and input slido.com there. Yeah. And here is the code. They will get a prompt of to enter a code. So you can enter this code there. N088. And when you enter the code, you will get an option where you can select either or one or more of these options. So you can just, yeah, so I already see some change in the results. Okay, so Okay, so all of you are interested in machine learning. 90%. Mm-hmm. So out of 16, 88% people are interested in machine learning. And app development comes next. Interesting. 61%. It's increasing. Any more for app dev? Can you make it win? Algorithms. Cloud computing. Mm-hmm. Well, you can see that machine learning is like the clear winner here. So most of you are interested in machine learning. Okay. So you can keep voting. We'll definitely see the results. And I hope you enjoyed it. So this will also help us to plan more events based on your interests. So please do vote. That would really help us. Now, these are some of the events that you will get throughout the year as like hosted by DSC. So there are hands-on workshops like where we take some particular tech and we give you a hands-on experience on how to use it, and so you get more become more confident in it. And then there are study jams like the Android study jams, like in which some of you might be participating. It's like more like a month or two long learning pathway kind of thing, where you can like we can follow different courses and you can earn some batches as well. Then there will be expert tech talks. So we'll invite some professionals, some industry experts to give talks on some particular tech. And these, I would suggest that you don't miss out because they are usually very insightful and interesting. And then there will be project boot camps and learning series. So these all we'll try to present you with. Now that you have a fair idea of how DSC works, I want to show you some example of some other DSCs from around the world, how they brought an impact with their work. So let's dive in. Here's a YouTube video. I'll play and please tell me like if you can hear the audio. This is a testimonial by Mihika Basin. Is it audible?
No, it is not audible.
No, it is not audible.
Okay. Wait, let me try increasing the volume. Any better?
Yes.
Yeah.
The volume is
Okay,
quite
so low. It's low.
yeah.
Okay, so can you like work with the captions?
Okay.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can you'll get the slides so you can watch it later too. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll play it.
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा मैम, थोड़ा तेज कर दीजिए.
Uh, Okay, let me try one thing. Wait.
Stars, even GDCs, other DSCs, it was amazing.
How about now?
It's okay now.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
From New Delhi, India, and my college is Triple IT Delhi. We have a small DSC community that was created 8 months back, and now we've formed into a beautiful group of people who are motivated, like-minded, and want to address a real-world problem. One of the problems was Indian farmers not getting paid and they were falling into debt. So to prevent that, they wanted to optimize how the farmers were selling their crops. To do that, students in my community decided to provide an IoT solution as to what they should grow. And I was able to present this amazing idea to Googlers at the Google office. There were experts there, and they had some really great sessions. As I told my community about these solutions, they've already started working on it already. No kidding here. I could connect Googlers to my students back at my university, and they could interact and collaborate over things. So more and more people want to join in, more and more people want to learn, get that experience. You'll actually see the people who are facing the problems, and that you'll see that you've made a difference in their lives. That will mean a lot to you, and it will stay with you for a lifetime. That you made a change in someone else's life.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it and you got an idea how she and her team identified a problem and how they work to rectify it. So I'll be moving on. I'm audible, right?
You're audible.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is another video of a team from a school in Ghana, and you can watch it later. Due to time constraints, I won't be playing it right now, but I've put it in the slide so that you can watch it later. It's really, really very interesting and fun to watch, okay? Okay, so here comes the fun part actually, the DSC Solution Challenge. So first, I'll tell you what is it. The DSC Solution Challenge is an annual contest presented by developer student clubs that invites students to develop solutions for local community problems using one or more Google products or platforms. Okay, so but you know what? Don't see it as a contest, but more as a challenge which is posed to you of how you can do something meaningful, like you saw in the video, right? So how you can do something meaningful, how you can tackle a problem in front of you, okay? And once you decide to face it and complete this challenge, the learning and the feeling of satisfaction which you'll get out of it is like will be on another level that I can guarantee. So, and the prizes and goods that you might win are just complimentary. So I hope you got the gist of what it is. Here is another video which is related to the Solution Challenge 2020. You will get an idea of what. Play it for you.
Developer student clubs are university-based communities where students learn about Google technology and use their skills to solve local problems. Developer Student Club's 2020 Solution Challenge Demo Day.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. So these were the winners of last year, and there was one Indian team. So I think we can aim to increase it a bit further, the number. And yeah, so it's not just like, okay, it might be a little overwhelming, but here are some resources which can help you with it. So here is a link, which these are the resources which are provided by DSC itself, the global DSC community. So when you go to this link, you will find some videos which will help you, like how to identify a problem around you, how to prototype it, and how to and there will also be some resources of different platforms and technologies like Firebase and Flutter, which you can use in your solutions. So I highly suggest you to at least go check out this website, because if not directly to find a solution, you'll definitely go and learn something from there. And these resources are really very helpful in learning something. So I would definitely suggest you go and check it out after the session, and I'll be sharing the slides so you can go and see this. So yeah, the solution challenge is officially launched every year in January, and you can see that, yeah, there's not much time left. It's already December. So I'll be sending out an official email as well, but I just wanted you guys to know beforehand, because it is too good an opportunity to miss. So you can start preparing and, sort of forming teams, identifying the problem around you. And I'm expecting that I'll see a very good participation from all of you. And you can approach us anytime. Like if you don't have a team, or if you don't know how to identify a problem or what to do exactly, then you can still approach us, but you should have the will to do something. So I would really suggest that you look into it and start preparing, because in your first year, this can be a really very great opportunity to learn and, interact with people, grow, and then obviously you can win if you come up with a nice solution. So it will be great. Okay, now we have a little something for you all. Like during all the previous sessions and interactions with you, we realized that many of you wish to learn coding, and we understand that it might not be easy to start it when you have no idea where to begin. So we came up with this idea to help you get started on learning Python. So, but why Python? So there are some reasons like why Python. So firstly, it's open source and it is freely available. And second, it's very easy to learn and use. And as a beginner, it's very easy to get the syntax and the keywords of Python. Then there are hundreds of Python libraries and frameworks which you can use. So you can do very complex work with rather simple code. And it is also very famous in these popular fields like big data, machine learning, and cloud computing. So once you learn Python, you can always apply it and use that to learn further in these fields. So we have set up a Discord server just for you all, and so after this session, once we share the link, you can join the server, and there we will be regularly sharing some resources with you for learning Python, maybe some articles, some videos, all that we can find like from our experience, which we think will be helpful to you, and we'll be sharing there, and you can go through them, and you can also ask your queries there from us or from your peers, and all of you can discuss stuff. So I think I hope it will be a very nice and constructive place to learn Python. So do make sure that you join, and even if you already know Python, then later in the server we'll be sharing other resources for ML or from other events as well, like Android development, like the study jam which is going on, the resources for it. So I really suggest that you go and join the server. It will be really helpful. I'll share the link after the session on your group. Okay, now here comes the most asked question: how to become a part of DSC? So the best answer is through the DSC events platform. You might have got a mail which I sent a few days back about the events platform, but I am going to reiterate what I said, that it will through this platform you can connect not just with our DSC, the DSC IIT GOA, but for DSCs from all around the world. So you can go there, register yourself, and you can follow different chapters of DSC at any place around the world, and you can participate in their events. And it's just a very good opportunity too good opportunity to miss. So I really recommend that you go ahead, register yourself, and make the most out of this platform. So the link is here attached here in this slide as only, so you can go ahead and check it out. Do register, it will be really helpful to you all. Then with this, we have come to the end of this presentation. Any questions from the part that I have just told? Just a second. You can either unmute yourself or type your question in the chat.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So in this event, which is going to be held in January, have you guys planned something or some project? Like we saw in those videos, people had some project like on different things.
Yeah, so the plan is that we want you to come up with some ideas. Okay, we want you to see around yourself and see that what problems do you find. And when you identify a problem, you can come to us and we can help you get started on it and how to work through it and provide you resources. And even we can also help you with it.
Ma'am, I had a doubt. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're audible.
So, are there any groups or like WhatsApp groups for DSC students?
So that's for that only we will have the server, Discord server. We don't have a
Okay.
WhatsApp group.
So
Yeah.
the link will be provided through mail of the
No, I'll
Discord
send the
server.
link on your WhatsApp group only. You have
Okay,
the official
official.
group.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
And the ideas, we should send them through mail or on the Discord server.
You can either contact any of us, any of the core member, or you can send it on the Discord server as well. Mail would also do, but that would be a little tedious for you. So you can contact us anywhere. You can WhatsApp us directly or you can call us. That's fine.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you tell any past projects of DSC IIT Goa?
Okay. So we actually haven't worked on any projects as such till now, from the knowledge I have, because I have joined DSC in this year only. So but we have worked on different, like, sort of learning like, groups of groups for learning, basically, like the ML circle, which you might have heard of. So we worked together through, we were discussing stuff, and there was a lot of discussion, and we had some sessions as well on working and learning ML together. So that all we have done together.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so since we are a little, short of time, we'll move ahead. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me or any of the team members. That is fine. Yeah,
Aditi, there's one question in the chat. It's not exactly a question, but it says, but Python is there in our second semester this year.
Yeah, it's in your second semester, but actually what we had in mind, that since the technical fest is coming up, and you all know it is coming up, so there will be many events there. So we were thinking that if you can become comfortable with Python till then you will be able to make the most out of those events as well. So we had that in mind, but it's up to you whenever you want to learn, but you should have the will, because we can't force it on you. But it's a good opportunity to start learning. So I hope that makes your doubt clear. Okay, so now I would like to invite Sanjay to take over and begin the activity for you all. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be taking a leave for now. Sanjay?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay, guys, I hope you are enjoying the event. Now let's move on to the interesting part of today's session, where you will be participating in a quiz with interesting puzzles, riddles, and questions. So without further delay, let's move on to the instructions of the quiz. Next slides, please. Yeah. So basically, you will be having a quiz which will be conducted using Google Forms. So each question will be having a separate Google form, and we will provide you the link in the chat section once we explain the question to you. So you will be having the time for each question, which you can see on the slide we will be mentioning. And during the contest, do not post any solutions. Doing so, you will be disqualified from the contest. And I would advise you all be ready with your pen and paper, so that if some decoding question is there, you can do it very fast instead of doing it mind. So solutions to all the questions will be discussed after the contest ends, or if time is not permissible, we will send you the solutions later. In case of any confusion of the question, you can unmute yourself or type your query in the chat section. And last point is, like, in case of any dispute, the decision of the organizers will be taken into account. So I hope you all are ready. Should we start with the first question?
Any question regarding the instructions? I hope it's clear.
Yeah, be ready with pen and paper if needed. And keep an eye on the chart so that you can. So what happens, the flow will be like this. I will show you a question and I'll explain you the question. I will show the options, and then you will get a link in the chat section. You just open that link and you read the question. Whatever answer you feel, you need to fill in that answer by the time which is mentioned on the slide. So basically it will be 2 minutes questions, 3 minutes questions. So you just see the time into the account and fill the form. So let's go on to the first question. So first question is really some interesting question. So there was a scientist who was found murdered in his lab. Apart from his, there are 4 persons whose fingerprints were found under the lab. All 4 suspects are his assistants only. Their names are, you can see on the slides. So before dying, the scientist had enough time to write all from 1 to 100 on a piece of paper. This is actually a clue which is pointing to the murderer. So can you guess who is the murderer? You can see the 4 options: Ashley Morton, Noah Webster, Patrick Haynes, and Peter Patterson. So let's begin. You can see a link in the chat.
Fifteen seconds left.
Last 5 seconds, better you fill in your option. And time's up. So be ready. Let's go on to the next question. Yeah. So this is a interesting question. So let us assume that your grandfather is a big Nokia 1600 model fan. So now that you are in IITs and belong to the smartphone generation, wants to test your smartness. One busy day in college, he texts you the following message. So he sends you the following message, and now you need to prove that you are smarter. So text back amazing in the same encoding. So you can see a message which is encoded. Now you need to encode the word amazing in the same encoding and send it to your grandfather. And you can see the 4 options. I hope the question is clear. Let's begin the timer. You have 2 minutes for that. Think carefully. One more minute left. Last 10 seconds. And time's up.
भैया आंसर कब मिलेंगे इनके?
After all the questions.
Okay.
Don't worry. Just concentrate on the remaining questions. So this is a question for physics lovers. So there is a student named Lucy. She topped her physics class, and quite a few students were jealous of her. She was expecting mischief to be pulled on her by at least one of her classmates, among Linda, Herb, Zio. You can read the names. So as expected, her physics books were stolen, and some numbers were spray painted on her locker in big and ugly fonts. You can see some orange colored text, right? That was the text which was printed on her locker. So you should help her. Who did it? So you can see 4 options. So based on the text, decode it and find out who did the mischief. Keep in mind that she was a physics topper. So let's begin the timer. You have 3 minutes for this question. One minute, 30 seconds left. Last 12 seconds. And time's up. I see students answering it very fastly. So let's move on to the next question. This was for some math students. Okay, so one of your friend took a new mobile number and told you that consecutive pairs of numbers in the phone number follow a certain pattern. He or she gives you the first 8 digits. Can you guess the last 2 digits? So by consecutive pairs, it means that 70, 76, 82, 87, and the next 2 digits are having a pattern. So you have 2 minutes for this. Let's start. One more minute left. Last 10 seconds. And time's up. So, okay, let's move on to the next question. So basically it's somewhat tricky question, not so difficult. So there are 6 alphabets who are friends and they are willing to talk to each other. So one of them was J. It says, I'm too tired since I'm arriving frequently in a year and I'm arriving first among us. Then other friend A says, hey, even I'm arriving 2 times. Then the other one O says, me and my best friends S and N arrive only once. Can you guess who the last friend is to arrive? So it's simply you want to find the sequence, last element. You need to fill in the sequence. We have 1 minute only. Let us start. Last 5 seconds. Yeah, time's up. I hope you got the answer. Let's go to the next question. So basically this is an encoding question. Read the information very carefully. The sentence, life happens when you are busy making other plans, is written as some encoding, we can see. And IIT Goa, that text is written as, we can see again some encoding. Now you need to find the code for welcome. Just match what are the possibilities you can see from the above two text and try to find out what is the code for welcome. We have 4 minutes for this. Let's start.
Just a second, Sanjay. This isn't the question. I think this isn't
Okay,
the
then
right. This is
move
to
to
be.
the next.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Please do this
we can
next.
skip this. It will. Yeah, this is the question. Okay, so forgot about the last question. That question is eliminated. So this is the question for us now. So as you know, the trick for being an excellent coder will be having some code which was written by you using Google, using Stack Overflow, and some ton of humor. So now the question for you is to decode the sentence which is given in orange color. And for decoding, we are giving a hint, that is the line Caesar, which is taking an input from the user and it's asking, hey, what's the date again? Most probably today's date. Focus on that and try to encode the given sentence and choose an option from the below. You have 3 minutes for that. It's an interesting question.
Excuse me, sir. The latest link is for this question, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So I am giving a hint for this. Concentrate on the maximum number of upvotes.
Can you repeat what you said just now?
Maximum number of upvotes. Upvotes. Maximum number of upvotes. It's a hint. If you are able to decode it, you will get it. Last 5 seconds. This question is really interesting. Let us check in the end who answered it correct. So let's move on to the next question. Skip this question. Next. Yeah. So here's an easy question for you. It's just, you might have seen this type of questions so many times. You just need to find out what is the number in that question mark. You have just 2 minutes for this. Let's start. Last 15 seconds. And time's up. Let's move on to the next one. Again, a simple question for you. Just find out the odd one from the given options, which is different from others. So you just have 1 minute for this. So let us start. Last 5 seconds. Hope you answered it. Let's go to the next question. So it's really somewhat tricky question. So there are two friends. Devansh is traveling in a bus and is facing privacy issues in messaging his friend Nitish. The uncle who is sitting beside him is speaking in his phone. So he devises a way and sends a message to Nitish in a clever way. You can see some encoding which is present in orange color there. Now, before sending the message, he just types a normal message, says, now look at the keyboard in a different way. Like he's giving a hint saying that how he's going to send the message from now. Can you find out what is the message he sent? That is decoding the orange color sentence which is given above. We have 4 options. We have 3 minutes. Let's start. One minute 30 seconds left. Last 2 seconds. I hope you answered. So time's up. So I think we have a last question left. Let's move to the next question. It's a really good question. So there's a student named Ankit, and Ankit likes to count using only his right hand. He feels that counting using the left hand is wrong. So one day he was watching a video about some famous number series in maths on YouTube. So suddenly he got an idea and writes the series in a different way by his rule of counting. You can see the series 2, 3, 10, 13, 21, 41. So your task is to find the next term of the series. We have 4 options, 4 minutes, go. 2 more minutes left. Last minute for last question. And time's up. So this was the end of all the questions. So don't worry, we will be announcing the who won in the last within few days. So Now, which answers you would like to discuss?
Sanjay, we
one?
are a little short of time.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then. So we will send the answers for you in a PDF or something after the event.
So we'll definitely send you the answers. Don't worry about the answers, okay? So yeah, so this is all we have for today. I hope you really enjoyed the session and you got to know a lot about DSC. And we hope to see you soon at the Discord server at the events platform. And do follow us here on these platforms as well to get regular updates about the events. And if you have any queries about anything at all, then you can contact me or any of the core team members at any time. And apart from that, please think about the solutions challenge. Please give it a thought. Look around yourself. Try to identify problem. It's like not just for the prizes. It's also as a social responsibility that you should try and identify problems and solve them. Okay. So that's all from our end. Thank you all for joining. Have a good day ahead. Thank you. Yeah, and the Discord link, the link to the Discord server has been shared in the chat section, so you can go ahead and join it. We will be announcing the winners and the prizes in a few days. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.